Welcome to the Raydiant, where light meets insight and frequency. I'm your host, Carl Ray. Welcome to part 2 of my world predictions. If you want to see the first part, I'll put the link in the description and you'll be able to go back and see it. So thank you so much for tuning in, and let's see what is going on for the rest of the year with these predictions. As most of you know, I've already called so many, and that's why we're having a part 2, so we can see what's going on for the rest of the year. Now stay to the very end. I am going to have a bonus, a card for each of the months coming up, and see what they have to say. Remember, I don't do political talk in the chat, threads, or comments, so please hold off on that, and let's keep this a neutral-free zone. So here we go. The predicted update list. I have quite a few. Now some may be repeated because they didn't happen yet, or maybe they happened, but some are going to re-happen. So we'll see what's going on with that. So here we go. Now also, before I start, I want to say this is not about living in fear or giving fear or anything like that. Remember, fear is false evidence appearing real. All right? Be the frequency you want to be. Number 1, water stock. So make sure that you are stocked up on water. Spirit said don't go all crazy or anything like that, but if you're at the store, pick up 1 or 2 bottles or a case, you know what I mean, just to have on the safe side. You can't go wrong with having some water. Number 2, canned goods. Make sure you're stocked up on your favorite goods and so forth, dry goods. So when the blackout happens and so forth, then you have some stock. Number 3, all important documents in a lockbox and very accessible. So make sure you have your passport, your birth certificate, etc. all in a lockbox because you may need them. Number 4, have cash as well in your lockbox. Make sure you have some cash in there because when the blackout comes down, you won't be able to go get money out, or they won't be able to do credit cards. Some things may be cash only. Number 5, blackout, which I was just talking about. Now that can be national, or it could be in extreme areas like big cities, or also small cities with small sub-electricals and so forth. Number 6, water issues. Too little and too much. Fires, dams breaking, and more to come. It seems like we can't get in tune with water and dryness. So the places that are dry are going to become too wet and flood, and then other places are going to catch on fire that was just with water. It is one of those weird things that is going to go on. Number 7, boat issues. A Titanic-like situation may occur. It will occur. Number 8, historic events. History made, but not in the way most are thinking. So a lot of people are probably thinking the same thing. Spirit says it's different than that. People are going to be shocked. Number 9, coastal changes. Possible loss of land on both coasts. So one side might be earthquake, other side might be hurricanes, water, or one side might be tsunami, the other side be hurricane, whatever. But I do feel like losing coast. It could also be the coast of Alaska and Hawaii and other places around the world, but I'm mainly focusing on us for now in the U.S. Historic events, went over that, coastal changes. Number 10, person from the past. Someone thought to be deceased seems to come back, and we're going to be like, I thought you already passed. What are you doing back? Well, hello. Number 11, earthquake. An unusual place potentially splitting a state. I feel like earthquakes are going to be going around Venezuela, Asia, U.S. But when the earthquake happens, it's like somewhere that splits a state that hasn't been split before. And if it has, it's been a very long time. Timeline talks. Increased discussions about jumping timelines. So a lot of things are going to be going on where people are going to be saying, I feel like things have jumped. I feel like things are different. Some know about the Mandela effect. It's different than that. Number 13, celebrity death. As some of you know, I have already called many for the year that have happened. Here are some more that are on my scope. It doesn't mean it's going to happen today. Some of them might not happen until early next year, but they're in my scope, I'll call it. Carol Burnett, Dick Van Dyke, a popular TV host. Now this is separate, but then I also see somebody passing on live TV. Shirley MacLaine, Lily Tomlin, Clint Eastwood, Bruce Willis, Bill Cosby, Pope or a big religious leader, Yoko Ono, Ozzy Osbourne, Judi Dench, and I still have the king or royalty is still on my scope. Both candidates, Vladimir Putin, and a couple I don't want to speak into existence because it will be a national upset, because who I'm seeing is somebody that we all love and adore and has done so much. So I don't want to speak it into existence, so that way maybe it won't happen and I'll be wrong. Number 14, cyber attacks. Increase. So with the cyber attacks, I got picked up. This is where it's going to be important to have your lockbox. Increase in missing ideas and erasing of people will happen, and there's going to be many more cyber attacks. We're just getting a taste of what is going to go on. 15, germ infections. Increase in people being scared of germ infections. I can't say what happened a few years ago, but we all know. Not that severe, but people are going to be panicked about it, so just do what you need to do. Number 16, I heard clean slate. Just a clean slate. Let's wipe off the board, start fresh with everybody. Number 17, the ride is just beginning. So Spirit said, we got the ticket, but we haven't been on the ride yet. And I'm like, what do you call that we just been on? Number 18, celebrity car crash. So I keep on visioning in a manner similar to like James Dean. Number 19, solar charger. Get a small solar charger or what you can afford. You can get them on different apps and so forth. Even if it's just one to like keep your phones and your tablets or whatever charged so you can stay in connection and communication with people. Number 20, I thought this was really odd. I'm like, Spirit, what are you trying to tell me with this one? Cookie dough contamination. I don't know what that means. Just go with it. Number 21, stars, faces, and masks falling off. Seeing the real of people and being in shock. Number 22, stalk arrest. Another stalk arrest, kind of like in the Martha Stewart style, but I feel like it will be many. Number 23, I've already mentioned Brazil with earthquakes and so forth, but this is what else I picked up. Huge problems in Brazil, potentially going global with other countries possibly trying to follow their plan. That could be like government, etc., but there's a force to be reckoned with there, I'm telling you. Number 24, numbers in the sky. Number 25, booms heard around the world. I can't necessarily say certain words, so just go with boom heard around the world. Number 26, simulation revelation. Certain revelations suggest that we are living in a simulation and history repeats. There's that history repeats again. Number 27, wrong victim. A significant misidentification of a victim. Someone that they thought was guilty is not guilty. Number 28, water tower cover-ups. I don't know what that means. I don't know if there's something wrong with the water or what, but I kept on seeing water tower. Number 29, avoid the white bus. Do not get on the white bus. I don't know what that means. I mentioned it before, but do not get on the bus. Number 30, food rations. Huge rations on certain foods and etc. 31, dark web solution. The dark web will solve a huge deal that will change all we know. 32, elites going to jail. I picked that up earlier. 33, changing shadows. I know this sounds crazy, but I mentioned something about shadows changing, and I feel like they really truly have, but I feel like there's going to be more evidence about our shadows changing. 34, a husband and wife duo going down. So we've already had a few, but it seems like there's a really big husband and wife duo getting ready to go down soon. Number 35, an airplane takeover. Number 36, airplane down with famous people or a famous person. 37, a military walkout. So some kind of military walkout. I don't know exactly what that is or what it means, but a military walkout. Number 38, JFK curse continues. 39, I felt this was kind of interesting. Big Pharma, seeking respect by releasing a medication that will change all we know about some medical conditions. I feel like they kind of did that with some GLP-1s and so forth. So I feel like there's something big coming soon. It might not be this year, but coming up really soon. Big Pharma's like, you know what? We need to get a good rep. We did this. Let's do a little bit more. Number 40, blackouts. I mentioned that earlier, but I'm going to go over this. Lasting either 3, 9, or 14 days. Cyber, etc. Number 41, medication stock. If doctor allows, get a 90-day supply. If not, have a backup plan or a natural thing that you can do. Number 42, helicopter causes a fire. I'm not laughing, I just don't know what that means. When I get these visions, it's like dream state. Number 43, nature as a friend. So what I'm picking up from Spirit is use grounding techniques to help save yourself. Number 44, cosmic collision. Number 45, new yet old creature. A force causing a new yet old creature to arise and rule. And I've seen water with that. So I don't know if something comes up out of the water or is the rule. I don't know what it is, but a force causing a new yet old creature to arise and rule. Number 46, the old becomes new again. 47, new energy sources found. So some kind of new energy source is going to be found. Number 48, global climate shifts. And that is what I have for that. So now I'm going to pick a few cards and just see what it says for the month. And then we are going to be ending there. So let me do a little shuffle. Look at these big ones. I love them. There's 6 months left. There's only a few days left of July. So let's see how we're going to finish out July, August, September, October, November, and December. So let's see what's going on. So for the rest of the month of July is the 5 of Cups. So it will not do us any good to cry over spilled milk. The best thing that we could do for the rest of July is do what we need to do what we want to do, and not live in fear. Let's go for August. August is temperance. So when I'm picking up for August, it's going to be very important for us to not go in full force on certain things. It will be good for us to just kind of like dip our toe in it to make sure it's what we want. If it's not feeling comfortable, then do not do it. September, the 10 of Swords. So September seems to start having a little bit of a downplay, a downfall. Darkness might be coming. It's just going to be very good to be the light, be the frequency you want to be, and don't live in fear. Do what you need to do, because as soon as they see us living in fear, then they get what they kind of want, if you get my drift. October. Well, that's a good card to get after that. So there seems to be a winning situation that happens in October. So it seems like in October we get through the darkness, and then it's like we get a goal, something is met, something is achieved. Still think a lot's going to go on, but it's also good to have some positive, you know what I mean? So let's do, that's October. November, the Knight of Swords. Things are just going to have to carry on in November. Things are going to be way different. They're not going to be the way that people are thinking. There might be a clean slate coming up in November, but it's all about going full force, but in a direction of, we want to get along. We need unity in November. No matter what happens or whatever goes down, it's going to be more important for unity. And certain things are just better left unsaid than done. And then December, the Moon. December, things are going to be feeling a little out of balance. There's going to be a new shift. Just remember, sometimes when things seem to out of balance, Doesn't mean that it's wrong. It's just meaning that it's new. So, that's where, once again, it's going to be important for unity and just keeping it all together. Well, there you go. Thank you so much for allowing me to do this. I hope you enjoyed this. Please like, subscribe, and so forth. And like I said, if you're going to do comments, please no political or religious chat. So this isn't my first episode. This is just a soft launch. So stay tuned. That's why it's going to be important to be subscribed and everything. So when my first episode comes out, then you will be alerted. All right. If I have any more updates, you know where to find me on Facebook and so forth. And if you need an appointment, you can get a hold of me at carlrays.com. All right. Thanks for tuning in to The Raydiant. Until the next time, keep shining and stay in the frequency you want to be. All right. I love each and every one of you. Bless and have a great day.